Good Erev Shabbos. I hope you and your family are well. Now, many of our members in our community have dogs as part of their family unit. And in this week's Torah portion of Mishpatim, we have the mention of dogs in the following law. Anshe Kodesh Tihun Li, you should be holy people. Basa Basadeh Turefa Lo Sochelu. If you got meat which is found to be not kosher, it's from a kosher animal, but it's been inside the animal, there's some sort of injury or some sort of disease. Therefore, it says La Kelev Tashlichuhun. But you should give that meat which is not appropriate for us to eat, give it to the dog. Now, the question is, why specifically a dog and not any other animal? So with the Rashi brings down that it is given to the dog as a reward. We specifically give it to the dog because when we were leaving Egypt, the Torah reports that the dog did not bark when the angel of death came in the last plague. And in order to show our gratitude to the dogs, they did not bark at the usual time. They might bark when there's time of danger. So therefore, later on, the Torah reports that we need to reward them as a sign of our gratitude. Now, the grandchildren of Rashi, called the Tosafot, they bring another answer. And they say it's an even maybe deeper element of recognizing the good that others or other beings do for us. And that is as follows. In the old days, when people used to have cattle, so they would have dogs, not just for petting, but also to look after their cattle or their sheep. And often they would be there to protect the animals, the sheep, from wild animals like lions and wolves. So occasionally, the dog would be there to protect the cattle, would not be aware, and a lion or wolf would get in and maybe attack and maim one of the animals. Now, for 99% of the time, the dog would do his job. And here the students or the grandchildren of Rashi brought down that we reward the dog even if that we find that the animal had become a treifa, in other words, become torn. And even though that the dog in this incident did not do its job, but nevertheless, at this point, we do recognize that for the majority of the time, the dog did do its job. So therefore, at this point, we reward and show our gratitude. And this is very important, bringing back to our modern lives, because when we interact with other people generally, and for the majority of the time, whether it's our children or our parents or our colleagues or friends, they act in a good way to us. Occasionally, if from our perspective, they don't do what we think they should be doing, and rather than coming down on them in a ton of bricks, we should really be able to appreciate all the other times that they have done good for us. So let's think about that. There's many messages to be taken out. First of all, the number one, about generally the idea of gratitude, but also having gratitude when things go a bit wrong. Never forget all the times where things did go right, and have that in mind before we approach our friends or family if things go a little bit wrong. Anyway, wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom. Enjoy your doggies if you have them, and wishing you all well. Bye.